Hey everyone, a quick video how to add borders while retaining metadata, which is something you might need for your brief. So your metadata is all the information from the camera about the shot and your copyright. And you can add copyright afterwards, but you'd have quite a job to add all the details from the shot itself. So we basically want to end up with all of the details easily viewable on the right whenever we select an image in our software, whether that be Bridge or Lightroom. And it's pretty simple really. If you haven't said that you want something to show, then it won't. So if you haven't selected camera data, then nothing's going to show. Okay, so let's look first at creating the copyright template, just in case you haven't seen that before. The way you would do it is create the metadata template, call it something. So I'm going to call this demo, perhaps. We want to put your name in there, your email, anything else that you want, and your copyright. So on a Mac, the sign is Alt or Option and G, and then on a PC, it's Alt or Option and 0169, and that will give you that copyright symbol. Put your name, the date. In this little drop down, choose copyrighted, and then you can put all rights reserved, or a massive long paragraph about how you're going to hang them up by their ghoulies or whatever. Okay, so then if you want camera data to be going with it as well, just give that a tick and it should carry embedded with the file, and then you would click save. How it works is that when you import your images, just as we've discussed in the fundamentals sessions, if you've been to those, you would literally select the entire folder of images and choose append metadata, and that would add that whatever template you choose to the images. In Lightroom, let's just get out of here a sec. In Lightroom, it's in the library module. You create the template in here, same form, using edit presets, okay? And then when you import your images, whatever you've selected here, if you've selected this template, then that's what will carry with the images. All right, so it's in the metadata section there. Okay, so into Photoshop now, and another little point you can keep in mind is if you're definitely going to be working in one color space, such as Adobe RGB or whatever, you can set your workspace to be in that profile. So if we go to Edit and then Color Settings, then in here you can choose to make it Adobe RGB, and what that will do is whenever you import something in, you'll have the option to be sort of notified if it's a different color profile, and that can just be useful. So if you have these three boxes ticked, it can just be useful information. You might find it annoying, but that could be another thing that just keeps you in the loop as to what's going on with your images. Okay, so I'm going to click OK to that. Okay, so let's imagine we've worked with our image and we're happy. We want to flatten the layers, and at this stage you would save a large version, obviously. Then you're safe to resize your image. So we're going to use image size, change the height to 9.5 inches because the end size that I want is 10 inches, so I'm just making it a bit smaller and just checking my resolution. Click OK. Now I want image canvas size and change it to the final size of the image. You'll see the current size there, the new size that I want, the color of the border, and I click OK. And away we go. So we're ready to export, and we can do that in a couple of different ways. One, we can go File, Save As, choose a name, choose your file format, and Save. So that's one way, and that will save your metadata, no problem. Okay, another way to export is we can go to File and Export As, but the trouble with this method is that we can't save camera data with it. So we can save, the file type and copyright, but if you need camera data as well, then you want to use the old method, which is Save for Web. The legacy method is a really great one, allows you to see 4 different versions. You can see the original, and also various levels of quality. So 100% quality, 50%, 25%, and you can actually see how much worse the image is looking. Zoom in as well, and so on. So over on the right hand side, you could have set up a preset. You can choose your file type. We're going to use maximum probably, and I've chosen to embed the color profile. So basically you're just going to choose everything that you want. So for example, normally you would convert to sRGB, but if your tutor wants Adobe RGB, you're going to not tick that. And these dialog boxes are just a case of literally reading each one and checking the drop downs and seeing what you want. So for example, if it defaults to no metadata, and you need it in your brief, then just check it out and choose the one you want. So size-wise, you're probably just going to keep the measurements you've got. Click Save. Okay, so here's a quick recap. First of all, you want to check you've included the camera data in your metadata template if you need it. And then to add borders, first make the long edge of the image slightly shorter than the final size required. You could do this by using image and image size for this, or you could do it straight out of Bridge and Lightroom when you're exporting. Then you want to use image and canvas size to add the borders. And then use either File, Save As to save the image, or you can use File, Save for Web. So hopefully that's helpful, and I will see you next time.